Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dental Floss. Everybody, please introduce.
Hi, I'm Despair, aka Adrian. I'm eating pizza right now.
I'm Jace. I'm not eating pizza right now and kind of jealous.
I'm Zephyr. I wish I was eating pizza, but I'll deal with it.
I'm Ace, and I wish I had pizza too.
All right, does everybody remember where we left off? Yes, we left off at the meat pie shop after you guys had a little interaction with Yorick Matlock, the owner, and you guys were attempting to purchase one of said meat pies. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I was standing in line waiting.
Fair enough. If you remember, the line is super long and full of very aggressive people.
And Zephyr's reading a book as he just waits for the next person to step 3 inches forward.
As the line slowly crawls, people walk in and out, having constant arguments with each other. Everybody just as angry as they were when you arrived, but eventually you do get to the front of the line, greeted by Yorick again, as his cocky smile kind of drops down. It's you again. What can I do for you?
After all this time, Zephyr's just sort of... One meat pie.
One meat pie coming right up. And
How much is this?
He kind of grabs the patty from the worker behind him and puts it in a bag really swiftly and hands it to you. Anything else I can do for you?
No.
Well, have a good one. I hope you enjoyed your stay.
How much is that, like a gold?
Oh yeah, I forgot to make you pay for it. Yeah, it's like 1 gold.
Okay. I walk back to the group, and I hold up the meat pie in sort of triumph.
As they were just waiting there.
Jace would just be
I'm
doing
impressed that you
stretches
bought
outside.
it, but I'm not really impressed that it's a meat pie, per se.
No, that's true.
It's protein, Despair.
Oh,
You need protein.
Where
I
did
protein, I swear.
Where did our shud go?
He said he had to go back to the guild to do things.
I guess.
This man.
We should take this meat pie to him.
Very well.
by now, it's gotten pretty dark out, because you spent a very, very long time in that.
All that fucking waiting and our shud's not there.
Yeah. Despair would probably just be, like, sitting around waiting for him, like, in retrospect. So, yeah. And now Despair is following him again.
I guess we're heading there.
The guild, or the alchemy guild, or what?
Yeah, to drop off the meat pie.
Okay, fair enough. You walk up, and it's pretty dark. Walk past the guards as you usually do, and you can see a couple people at work at the guild, but not Arshad. You see, what was my man's name? I straight up lost it. Damn it, hold on.
Gregory.
Oh, sorry, Karis Tall, that's correct. The tall elven man, and he greets you. Oh, hello there.
Hello, Carousel Elven Man.
What did you say?
I said, hello again, Carousel Elven Man.
How are all of you? It's been quite some time.
It's been never. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you've got a new one along in your group then, do you?
My name is Jace Thorne, at your service.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Karis. Well, what can I do for you guys today?
I have waited for several hours in a line with this, and I hold up the meat pie.
Oh, it's one of the meat pies from Yorick, I believe the man's name was.
This being the goal.
I haven't tried one of them myself, but a lot of people go fucking nuts over them. I'm not really sure why. Are they worth a taste?
I don't know, and I don't particularly care to know. Is he in his shop?
Arshad, yeah, he's back there working on something. Well, I can get it to him later, see if he wants to do any work on it, and just let you guys know if he does.
Perfect, thank you.
No problem. Anything else I can do for you today? Sorry, I'm not trying to be dismissive, I'm just quite busy.
We'll get out of your hair.
Karis kind of just gives you a nice polite nod and goes back to work. And well, actually, he doesn't go back to work. He turns around to the room that you recognize Arshad had been working on, and just kind of disappears back there to leave you guys to your own.
Well, perhaps if it is getting late, we should retire for the evening.
It's not super late. Like it's just starting to get dark. If you wanted to stop off somewhere beforehand, you could. Or I mean, it's late enough to
go to the bathhouse.
Oh, fair enough.
It
What were you doing in the bathhouse?
It is worth every stop.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you had a vested interest there.
It's
Well,
hot
I've also been
and comfortable.
Jace has been on the road for like an undetermined amount of time without an actual bath, so he would like to have a bath.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think
It
we're
is
heading there.
In fact, still open. So you roll up, and it's pretty empty by now. And you just see Nim Gallery writing something in a book at the desk as she closes it as you guys enter. Hello, it's good to see you guys again. What are you doing here so late, then?
I would like one bath.
All right, then. Quite late for a bath, but it's okay.
Nothing gets
And,
you to bed
Busy
quicker.
day.
Fair enough. That's going to be. I don't think that the guild, or excuse me, the royalty will allow me to give you things on the house anymore, as I've kind of run out of funds from them. But let's say 5 gold.
Was this recent?
Well, it was. They only wanted me to cover it while you were dealing with the whole Vialis situation and such.
Perfectly fine.
Okay, I'm sorry again. I would if
Each
I could,
person?
but they. It's 5 gold each, yes.
Okay.
Alright, I will pay that.
Fair enough. Is it just you that wants the bath?
I dropped 5 gold in
Jace,
her hand.
I believe it was. What'd you say?
I dropped 5 gold in her hand.
Fair enough. She just kind of gives you a sweet nod and goes back to writing in her book, and allows you to take whatever room, basically, except for the more exclusive room that Arshad was interested in most of the time. But it's pretty empty, so you can go.
I'll just go to the first room. I don't know where I'm going, so I suppose I'll just follow Zephyr and Despair if Despair's here.
Yep, she would probably take a bath too. Assume that she already gave Nim 5 gold for herself.
Fair enough. As you guys kind of enter into the bathrooms, it's pretty quiet and peaceful this time around, as it's way more empty than you're used to, as late as it is. Until about halfway into your bath, you start to hear loud, deep voices and stomping coming from outside, and kind of laughter. Just it sounds like at least 2 or 3 loud, obnoxious gentlemen coming from outside, slightly muffled from your closed bath doors.
If I may ask, does Despair or anyone else here recognize the voices?
You do not recognize them. Each one of you can hear them, though, as they're being quite loud.
Alright. Despair gets kind of uncomfortable. She awkwardly scoots up beside Zephyr, and she kind of looks behind her distrustingly.
Zephyr's in his zone where he's just, he's only got the gloves on, he's relaxing, and he's reading the book through. Glove lit up.
As you guys continue on, you hear the footsteps grow a lot louder as they're kind of stomping very, very heavily through, and then you hear a door slam open as the voices are audible at this point. In here, this one! As you hear the door slam one more time, as it sounds like they've entered a nearby bath.
This sounds rather rude.
Despair jolts up. Does she recognize the voices now, or does anyone else do?
Nope. They are not recognizable.
Is there a way that she could make an insight check to figure out if they're they have volition?
Sure. You can. I'll tell you something about them if you give me a good enough insight roll.
Okay. My insight is 2. It works. It's a 16, 14 plus 2. You can see that in the bot channel.
What you can tell is they are clearly orc voices, one of them sounding larger than the others.
They definitely need a bath.
Yeah, Despair would say that Jace and Zephyr, that those seem orcish. And then
As long as they
Despair
don't hurt
responds
us.
Yep, and Despair is gonna continue to listen in, like, closely to see if there's any, like, scuffles or fights or anything.
They're just being super loud and laughing and just being generally obnoxious until you hear one of them let out a loud howling noise. And a short few seconds after they do, you hear the tapping of animal feet coming from outside. And they slam the door open again, and then the feet tap into that room.
Despair is gonna get up and she's gonna walk out and she's gonna, like, peek out.
You can tell they've taken the room very close to yours, but the door is closed. And you just kind of look over and you see Nim looking quite nervous, kind of keeping her distance, but looking like she was ready to approach the room, but too nervous to.
Despair will walk up to Nim. What happened?
I'm not really sure. A bunch of orc fellows came in, and I just greeted them very politely, as I always do, and they just kind of stormed back there and took a bath, and I had no power to stop them in any way, and they definitely did not pay me. I think I'm going to go get Lewin, but I'm not sure if he will be able to help me at all.
How about I help?
How would you do so? I couldn't ask you to do anything like that. There's at least three. I mean, there are three of them, and they called some wolves in. I don't think I could ask you to do anything like that.
Well, if it'll help you any, I can pay for them if needed.
Oh no, it's okay. It's just one bath. It's really not a big deal. Lewin is going to be more upset. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Well, if you're in danger, just scream.
Will do. Thank you. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable knowing that you three are here.
Mm-hmm. And she'll walk back to the... I'm going to roll.
Roll for what?
I'm going to roll a 1d2. If I get a 1, I go in the right bathroom. If I get 2, I'm going to go into the orc bathroom.
This is how he makes his decision.
Okay, good. It's a 1. She walks into the right bathroom. And she will tell Jace and she will tell Zephyr that the situation. So
Well, we don't exactly work here. It's not exactly.
They
our
didn't
business.
pay?
yeah, they didn't pay.
Those heathens! He gets out of the bath.
Zephyr's just kind of looking.
What, at me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even put my armor or anything else on. I literally just go right across the hall in my underwear and I just like pound on the door. Excuse me.
You just kind of hear one of them make a noise as the others go silent. What is it?
I heard that you didn't pay for your services you're taking right now.
You're correct.
Okay, one moment. He goes back into the room with the other people and starts putting his armor on. He's like, "It'll be just a moment. If you'd like to help,
The moment he starts putting his armor on, Zephyr pops out of the bath and starts donning his chainmail.
Despair just is standing there. I guess she's gonna grab her axe.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
I didn't expect y'all to just scrape immediately with him.
Well, I'm not planning on going in there swinging, but I'm not going in naked.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Despair, I guess Despair wouldn't bring her in her axe. Actually, she doesn't want to like fight just yet, but it'll be there. And
Okay.
It'll be there, like a gun in the corner of the room. It'll be there.
I keep that thing on me at all times. All right, fair enough. Now that you're all
leave her owlbear like in that bathroom as well, just to keep it safe.
understandable. What are you guys gonna do after you gear up?
So I walk back out in the hallway and I literally just open their door and walk into the room.
I'm trying to trail behind him, but I'm like tripping and like getting my shoes on, and I'm like, wait. I come behind him.
He gives you like a very confused look and just goes, "What are you doing in here?"
Out loud, I audibly count the amount of patrons that are in here. So how many are there?
There is 3 orcs. One of them slightly larger than the others. The one that is speaking to you. And then there's 2 large, feral-looking wolves on chains.
So Jace walks into the room. He doesn't even acknowledge what the guy says. He just goes, 5, 10, 15 gold. You owe the nice lady up front 15 gold for the services you're taking right now.
You want me to go up and pay, little small woman.
Zephyr slides up behind him with his mace and he says, "Are we fighting?" And I cast a light on the mace. So it brightens up.
Not yet.
Despair's like, she's looking at the wolves, and she's just she looks up to the orcs. She's like, "Can I pet them?"
No! No, you can't pet them!
Why?
I nudge slightly. Is this really the time?
These are fierce warriors, not house pets!
Well, then what are they doing in the house? This is a bathhouse.
Oh, snap!
Warriors need to bathe too!
Warriors who bathe also need to pay. So please fork up the 15 gold you owe the nice lady up front.
He kind of looks back at the other two and just kind of smiles. Okay, I'll go pay her now. And he walks out of the room and just kind of bumps past you and walks over to Nim and then hands her something and walks back. Are you happy? I go back to Bath now.
I would have followed him out there to see what he actually paid.
You couldn't really see it. He was facing towards Nim and his giant body was blocking her own, and you just can tell that he handed her something and she nodded as he walked back to you.
I look over to Nim and I kind of look at her and give her that look like, are we good?
She kind of gives you a panicked expression and just gives you a shaky thumbs up.
I look at Jace. Well,
Jace looks at all the orcs in the room and he says, "Thank you for paying for your service. Now please enjoy your bath." And he just slams the door.
Okay, goodbye, tiny man. And he slams the door back at you, and they just go back to being loud.
I open the door and slam it again. I get the last slam, sir.
Despair will actually walk over to them and she will ask, "Did he pay you?"
She kind of extends her hand, and you see that there's a bunch of pebbles and dirt. Kind of.
Do I hear the kind of?
No, I would say no if you're in the back.
I'm looking at Despair are we scrapping?
They didn't pay her.
Oh, that's enough for
No, it's okay. Nim goes behind you guys, putting your hands up. It's okay, you don't have...
Zephyr pulls the doors open.
Jace was halfway out of his armor. He's like, "Those miscreants!" And he puts his armor back on.
Nim is still feebly attempting to get you to settle down. Just no, it's okay, I promise. It's fine, everything's fine.
Zephyr pulls the doors open and he says, "Cute dogs," and just starts walking towards them with the mace.
I told you they're not cute. They are fierce warriors. Put your weapon away, pipsqueak, before you get crushed.
Do you warriors have any honor?
Honor? What do you mean?
I mean, do you have any honor? Do you have any respect for the ways of your people?
The ways of my people.
Then don't
kill tiny baby people and take bath for free.
Well, then you're going to have to do one of those things.
Take bath for free, or kill little baby man.
Take bath for money.
No.
Or fight little tiny man who will break your legs.
He kind of looks at the other two and just smiles as he stands up.
Zephyr shrugs off his robe and he's got the arms out.
Despair will immediately go out to get her axe.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jace is standing right next to Zephyr with his halberd.
Zephyr's he's been waiting too long in line to not be ready for a scrap. He's already pissed off. He doesn't need this.
I don't think you want to fight me. I think maybe you just turn around and walk before you get yourself hurt.
Why don't you come and make us?
Oh, are you there too?
Oh yeah, I'm standing right next to you the whole time.
We'll come back with her axe and she will hold it up.
Jace.
Money, or
Jace
I'm going to cut you.
Jace would like to prepare an action if the orc actually does approach us, though.
He hasn't approached yet. He has merely stood up and has.
Oh, I mean, if he does approach though, since
you're holding
I have my halberd, it has reach. If he gets within 10 feet, I want to use a trip attempt on him.
Okay. I would also like to hold bless for if he makes an aggressive movement towards us.
Okay.
And then Despair will her hair is flaring, almost in a rage. She's getting ready to rage.
And Zephyr whispers to the group, I'm out of suggestions, just so you know.
Jace just puffs his chest out and he's like, come make us leave then, or you're paying.
Let me get this straight. You, little tiny white elf man with book. You, blonde, cute,
Handsome.
little sword man and titty woman want to fight us. Is that what I am understanding?
No, I want you to pay, or else we are going to demolish you.
Oh snap. I like this guy.
Well, boys, I guess we'll be on our way, because we have no money. He just gives you like a smirk, and kind of grabs the wolves by the chains as they're snarling at you, and he yanks them by. Maybe next time we come back when we have money. Sorry to disturb you. And the two other ones look very, very angry, like they were ready for a fight, but the leader one is just kind of pushing past you. And he shoulders you a little bit on your way on his way out.
He shoulders me?
Yeah, Chase.
I trip him.
Oh shit! This shit's happening!
Does he suspect my attack? Would I have advantage, or do you just want me to make a normal attack?
He wasn't suspecting you. He wasn't like shouldering you, like attacking you. To be clear,
he doesn't get to touch me, so I'm tripping him.
Fair enough.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an attack, but I'm going to use one of my fighter maneuvers, and I'm going to spend a superiority die to do a tripping attack. So I just need to roll a normal attack to hit. So it would be a roll 1d20 plus 5, and I have advantage, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, advantage.
So 21, I assume, hits?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so since I'll do non-lethal damage with this, but I'm going to use the trip attempt, so I expend a superiority die, and he needs to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Here, well, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Fighters, man.
I really hope he trips.
I hope we fight.
Ready. I got a line ready for him.
Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'm doing something.
Take time.
No, you're good.
I don't think you're prepared for us to fight.
Well, no, I wasn't, but that's not it.
Well, we're still not fighting. I'm not going to do any damage. I'm just tripping him, and I'm going to say something to him.
Okay, fair enough. If shit goes down, Zephyr's ready.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So you rolled a hit, and then you did the trip. So now that you hit, does the trip happen? How does it work? How's your turn?
So I roll my normal damage, but I'm doing non-lethal, so I'll go ahead and roll you the damage too. So
Okay.
1d10 plus, or I gotta say roll, don't I? Roll 1d10 plus 3. So he takes. Wow.
My God.
So he takes 13 non-lethal,
shit,
and then
dude.
you make me a strength saving throw.
Oh my God!
Did you just break his ankle?
Well, it's non-lethal, so it's not going to actually harm him. It could knock him
It's
out.
gonna hurt
that
like
week,
hell.
But... Oh, actually, I get to add my superiority die to the
Oh
damage.
my God, dude!
So roll 1d8. He also takes 7. Holy shit! So he takes 20 non-lethal.
Holy shit! You weren't fucking around.
And then he needs to make a strength saving throw, and the DC is 13.
Okay. Hold on.
Holy
He made that.
balls!
Did make that.
Yeah, probably. He's an orc.
So that did 20 damage,
like
by the way.
Yeah, it did 20 damage. Because it's technically an attack, but I'm choosing to do non-lethal damage.
What if he just hit his baby toe really, really fucking hard?
All right, so yeah. Wait, so he doesn't get tripped? Is that what the saving throw was?
If he makes a strength saving throw, and he needs to he needs to get a 13 or better.
Yeah, he beat that. So he takes the damage, but doesn't get tripped as well.
Yeah, so he takes the damage, but he does not get tripped. And all I'm gonna say is just watch your step on the way out there, big guy.
He kind of laughs as you trip him, and he just. I can't even picture what happens with this much damage. You just kind of give him like more of a leg sweep at this point, as it just knocks him on his ankle. He lets out
The floor's slippery there, big boy.
His ankle. I tried to give you a chance. He says that each one of them.
That's an aggressive action. The moment he said that, I'm casting Bless.
Okay.
Despair is raging.
Oh boy.
So let's see here. This is
I have a question. How many bathrooms are there in this building?
I was just gonna say, is she in the is
Can I be like in one of them and just come out?
in the next room?
That's fine with me.
Oh, fuck
he's
yeah.
gonna walk out. He's fully clothed right now. He's just gonna look at what's going on and be all like, he's just gonna watch.
So three creatures.
Over to him.
So, yeah, you see this half elf man just walk out with dark clothes and a scrubby stubble on his face. His bird is on his shoulder, and he's just watching with his bright silver eyes and just watching what's happening with the orc in this weird party. That's most of them. One is still naked.
Yes.
And
I don't think any of them are full schlong right now. I think they're wearing like underwear.
We're not hanging. We've got like chainmail at least on.
Hanging.
They're always hanging. Everything is hanging off of.
No,
despair.
correction, sagging.
Oh well, not quite there yet. Give her 30 years. No, but
Sarah's just gonna look over to Ace, and then she's just gonna be like, ah, and she looks over to the crow or the raven, and she goes back to her rage. Like she kind of like got distracted.
oh,
Oh, that's so cute.
so I'm gonna bless us three, Jace, Despair, and I, because I don't know you yet, Ace.
Yeah, you don't know.
So that's concentration up to a minute.
Sweet.
Yep, you guys get to add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so let's do this.
Are we rolling initiative?
Rolling initiative, baby.
Oh boy.
Dang, I am ready to play today. 19.
Oh no!
You all.
8.
Okay, we're
Ace
good.
isn't going to be a part of this.
Fine
Oh
with
yeah, it's
me.
not your fight.
I got one. I got one.
It's okay.
Oh, boy.
Even in that one is something in initiative. You got a +3, so you're at 4.
Yep.
Still, that sucks.
Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna suck for everyone else.
Oh, he's got the real dice.
Yeah, I do, baby. Wait, you heard that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Wait, am I not muted? I hate my life. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
it's okay.
I recognize that sound anywhere. Now we need
It's taking me a sec just because there's 5 of them and I have to get their
Yeah, that's fine.
initiatives.
Good odds for us.
Heck yeah.
What are we looking at for initiatives here? Oh, fuck. Jace, you're way at the front.
Dude, I'm ready to go. Apparently being in a bathhouse has inspired him. He's been on the road for a month. He finally got a good bath. He feels like himself. And then now he's ready to beat somebody up.
Holy man.
Zephyr's just been in a fucking line, and he's really not happy. Just wanted a fucking bath!
He just wanted a bath.
This is my wind down time!
What would Ace be thinking right now?
Well, he's seeing 3 orcs and 3 others that are 5 orcs. There's 5. And
3 orcs
just-
and 2 wolves.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and then like there's a bunch going on, and he's quite interested in how it's going to turn out. He's curious who's going to win, and kind of betting with himself with who's the strongest.
Grab the popcorn.
He wishes there would be popcorn.
All right. I'm just gonna go down the list. I got their initiatives down. Who has the highest initiative? Just read it off high to low.
Jace, 19.
Next.
Zephyr, 8.
Despair. 4. Okay, not 1.
Woohoo!
Okay,
You were
got
distracted by the raven.
Yeah, I know. That actually makes a ton of sense. I was just like, yeah, your raven is cute.
All right. So, let me see who had the first move. It is Jace.
So it's the big orc in front of me. The other 2 orcs, where are they at then?
Okay, let me give you just a slight description. You guys are in a decently tight hallway type area where the doors to each bathhouse is kind of lined up in this hallway. And you guys are sort of towards the end of it. Maybe about 30 more feet and you can get out of the hallway into the main room. But yeah, so you guys are in a decently tight hallway where the big guy is directly next to Jace, as he was just tripped. The other two were kind of standing right by the door as they were waiting to follow right behind him, and the other two are. Excuse me. The big orc is holding both of the wolves by their chains.
Okay. So the door that they were coming out of is open still then?
Yeah, it's open.
So Jace will attack one of the orcs that are still coming out of the door.
Okay.
So he is going to use his halberd. He's got reach with it, so I don't think I need to move, do I? So you said we're in a tight hallway?
Nah, they're still really close. You can hit them with it.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to hit the guy in there, and I'm going to do another maneuver as well. I'm going to do pushing attack.
Okay.
So if I hit, so the first... I don't think I 8 hits.
Nope.
Alright, so swing and a miss. Yeah, bad roll. I was ready to go, but my weapon wasn't this time.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it does. It do be like that. I'll pretty much stand where I am, but then as a bonus action, I'm going to give Despair Captain's Inspiration. So
wait. Did you add the D4 to that?
Oh no, I didn't. Is that to the first roll? Or
I don't know if 9 will do anything. It's to every roll.
Let me do that then. If
I don't know if 9 will still hit.
What's the total? 9?
If he gets a 4, it's 9.
Yeah, no, it's still not gonna hit.
Yeah, okay, never mind then.
No,
just for
I have
something
an 8.
future.
So.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I have an 8. So if I roll the D4, so now it's 11. Does that hit? Nope.
Damn.
Nope. But then, yeah, as a bonus action, I just look at Despair and I say, "The big one doubts your strength. Show him that you're stronger." You get Captain's Inspiration, so you get a D6. It's basically like Bardic Inspiration. You get to add that to any D20 roll once.
Dope.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
All right. Yeah, you take a swing, and in this awkward hallway area, just kind of miss as they're still able to pull out their weapons. He just kind of ducks out of, or sidesteps out of the way of it, and gives you a nice as he gets his weapon at the ready as well. And next, that brings us to one of the wolves, actually.
No, not the
It'd be like that. And Jace being the closest and currently most aggressive target, it's going to go ahead and attack at.
It's next to me. Never mind. That's fine.
Yeah, it's very close. Ooh, okay. Nat 20 on the to hit.
Oh,
so
that'll hit.
Yeah. And let me see how much it do.
Looks like that gnome ninja's coming quicker.
It's gonna do 5 damage.
Oh, 5 damage. Okay.
And yeah, that's gonna be the end of his turn. He's just gonna take a nice chomp right at your like calf area and just kind of gnaw on it for a second before releasing it, just barking at you as it gets the other one excited as he starts barking too. And next up, okay, it's gonna be one of the orcs by the doorway, one of the like smaller sized orcs, as he's gonna go after Despair.
Also, by the way, Despair is raging, so she's gonna have half damage.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit. Does that hit?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. It's gonna be 14 damage.
Oh.
So, is
He's
that
gonna-
halved already?
Oh no, damn it. So half of 14 damage.
7.
I forgot you had that shit. My bad. Yeah, you're gonna take that 7 damage. Yeah, so yeah, he's gonna take a nice swing at you and just stay in his place and just growl at you again as the other ones kind of start getting loud too as they're getting excited in battle. And that brings us to Zephyr.
Well, ordinarily, if this were a fight to the death, I'd use inflict wounds, but I do not want to kill anyone, so I'm going to have to use my mace, non-lethal damage, which I still have a very good to-hit chance with that. So let's roll here. 10 to hit. That sucked balls.
Nope, not hitting.
I have nothing. So I will be like, Despair, don't kill them! We don't need another trial! And
Yeah,
that's
okay.
it for my turn.
That's gonna bring it to the other wolf, who just seeing you attack is gonna bark at you and kind of walk up and try to take a nice bite at your ankle.
Ooh, not the ankles.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit.
To hit me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
I figured. One sec, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
It's gonna be 9 damage.
Holy shit. Okay.
And that brings us to motherfucking. Yeah. So the other orc, he's going to. Let me see who he wants to hit. Oh, he's gonna go after Jace.
Have at thee.
It's a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh, damn. Okay. So.
Your boy got 17.
Oh, damn. Fair enough. Well, he takes like a nice swing at you that you're able to pretty deftly just put your sword up and parry it away. As he just gives you a nice.
Yeah, I just spin my halberd and just go, ha ha!
Next is going to be Despair.
Oh my god, yay! So when Zephyr like tells her like don't kill him, she does this thing where she like slightly like throws her axe up, it flips and then goes on its like flat side.
Oh, the stick end. Oh.
No, not the stick end, like the blade.
The other side of the
The flat. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and then she goes for a not a slash down, but like a bonk down
on who?
on the orc that attacked her.
I believe that was one of the smaller ones.
Yes.
Well, actually, what? Maybe she'll actually go for the
Big boy.
big boy, the big boil.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see what you got.
Did that hit?
Roll your d4.
Okay.
And then you also have Captain's Inspiration if you need it.
Holy
Did
shit.
that hit?
Yes. That hits anything.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
So 24.
That's 24.
That's
It's gonna hit anything.
yeah. Believe it or not, that's gonna hit him.
Also, when she does hit, which is gonna be 8, plus her rage bonus.
Oh fuck.
Which is 2?
Yeah.
So
it'd
10?
be 10. And then when she bonks into the orc, like fire kind of like bursts out of like her, like this orc feels like he's being targeted by something, and now he's gonna get disadvantage for attacking anyone else but her.
How much damage did you do?
10.
Okay, well, fun fact, it's not gonna matter, because you take... Wait, is it non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal, yes.
Okay, yeah, you immediately knock him out. Like, as you hit him, like in a World Star Fight video, my man just, like, crumbles to the ground, and just, and
So
just
that's
kind
the
of
big guy
passes
then,
out.
right?
That was the big one.
Hell
You hit him
yeah.
for 20 damage when you hit his freaking
Holy
ankle.
shit.
Get fucking owned. Oh, we can cuss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, quick. Get fucking owned.
And then, like, Despair, like, looks over to the wall, and she's just like, ah.
Jesus.
Is it the top of the round?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Can Ace walk in for a second?
Sure.
Okay, Ace is gonna walk in the between them, and he's gonna say enough. Everybody's gonna feel like a gust of wind coming from him, and all the candles that are around are gonna go out. Uric, his bird is going to flap his wings and caw in like a distress, and he's gonna try to intimidate everybody to stop.
Prestidigitation?
Yes, his prestidigitation.
Okay, so what kind of, like, save should I make here?
No, there's no save. It's automatic. It's just affecting the area, not you guys. It would be an
Yeah,
intimidation.
go for it.
No, she's trying to intimidate with it, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not a save for us.
Yeah, you
That's a
usually
14.
Is this contesting?
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Ooh. So you're trying to intimidate the orcs into not fighting after, like, you're just trying to pause everyone,
Yeah,
right?
trying to stop everybody from fighting.
It does work on both of the orcs who are gonna like pull the chains back on the wolves and kind of calm them too.
Okay, Ace is gonna.
Go ahead.
Ace is gonna say, I don't think anybody from that works here is gonna want to clean up your mess on the floor.
Thank you. You hear Nim kind of hiding behind her podium as she's just watching all of it. And the orcs kind of pull back on the wolves a little bit and grab onto their leader's clothes, his like weird leather armor stuff, and pulling back on him. You will pay for what you've done.
we did pay. We paid 5 gold for this bathhouse.
You
Stand
pay
outside.
your life next time.
Bye, sir. Have a good evening.
Crumble as they're pulling their leader away. As he's just kind of mumbling to himself, like, I want the recipe pies, and he can't really understand what he's saying as he's just completely dazed as the wolves and the orcs all leave the building.
Zephyr calls after him. Lick your wounds and next time come back with the payment.
Lick your dick, he says.
Smooth.
Not very clever for an orc as he slams the door and exit.
Well, that's rather disgusting.
Zephyr's going to slip back into the bath. Because he's been hit pretty hard.
Wait. Oh.
Huh?
Jace like reaches out an arm. Jace reaches out an arm to you. How much were you damaged?
9 damage.
You heal 9 damage.
Oh shit! Healing hands?
10 wounds.
Oh,
I have 15.
sweet.
I have 15 points, so I'll give you 9 of them.
Thank you very much. I suddenly feel a lot better.
I just pat you on the back. Good fight, man. Good fight.
Zephyr just grumbles.
Jace would kind of turn to Ace, and he would nod in appreciation. He's like, "That was our original intention, but orcs, you see, are a bit hard to discuss with."
I understand.
Zephyr passes by you, Ace, and you hear 3 fucking hours in that goddamn line.
Ace just raises a slow eyebrow.
And Despair kind of walks up to Ace and she's like, "Can I pet your bird?"
You may.
She's very
She
naked.
goes to pet him, the bird.
The bird just sort of Yurik fluffs his feathers and he just sort of takes your touch and doesn't do anything.
She's really happy now. She's like, "What's his name?"
This is Yurik. My name is Ace.
Nice to meet you, Ace.
That's nice to meet you, Ace. My name is Jace.
Oh, this is gonna be confusing.
The name sounds familiar. Well, anyway.
Probably because you got a friend with the J in front of it.
No, I'm talking about your bird.
Oh.
She's very concerned about animals. As Jace kind of touches Despair as well, I'm gonna give you the. You took 7, right?
I took.
This is like-
I'm gonna.
I don't
have.
have 35 right now.
I don't have 7 left, but I'll give you the last 6
Okay.
because I was not, or I did take 3 damage, or I took 5 damage, but I'll deal with it.
That's cool.
All right, so I'm 1 hit points short, so that's fine. Just a little bit cut. Not too bad.
As you guys are talking, Nim kind of walks up with her hands nervously wringing. Is everybody okay? I'm so sorry. I feel like I could have done something. I didn't know what to do. I panicked.
He puts up his hand. He's like, "No, you didn't do anything wrong."
Well, I appreciate you all. I surely could not have handled that on my own. All of you are so... Fuck. You are all surely fierce in combats. I've heard tale, but I've never witnessed it myself until now. I think that the town should be glad to have all of you here.
Well, I'm glad that you're here as well.
She just kind of smiles and gives you guys a polite nod as she walks back to her podium and starts writing in it. As actually, yeah, no. As she goes back, only having a moment to kind of go back to her stuff, you hear the doors kind of slam open as you see Lewin walk in. What happened? Are they gone? Where are the orcs? What's happening? What's wrong? Oh, you are all here. Do you know what's going on? And Nim kind of puts her head in her hands. Everything's fine, Lewin. They handled it. Okay, they handled it. Everything's all. As
I hit the orc in the head.
he kind of looks at Despair with his eyes narrowed. Oh, Despair. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine. Zephyr. He kind of nods at you. Zephyr. He kind of.
I'm in the bath in the other room. I don't know.
Oh,
if you see
fuck
me.
off.
What?
I see that you have a new friend here.
Yes, my name is Jace. Jace Thorne. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And what about this one?
As confusing as it is, I'm Ace. Without
Oh.
the J.
Brothers, I assume.
No. We...
Brothers in combat!
No.
I hope you've been keeping my Despair safe, at least.
Your despair.
Correct. Well, she used to be.
Oh,
Odd.
okay. I just met these guys. I have no idea who they are. I don't know which one Despair is.
It's the naked one.
Okay. Why is that, by the way? Why everybody else decided to put clothes on before fighting? Why? What?
Jace just kind of holds his hand up and just shakes them like side to side, like, don't ask, don't ask, don't ask.
It's
I'm
just
afraid
so
to tell you it has nothing to do with the bath. She's going to be like that about 100% of the time.
Ace is disturbed.
A
Not.
free spirit, Despair is.
You hear
Maybe a
Zephyr.
little bit too. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Despair over to Ace, and then she just flashes her boobs.
I mean, wait, flashes or just stands there?
Just flaunts them, I guess, more than she was before.
Okay, but like, here's the thing: her hair is like covering the.
Oh, okay, so it's a wiggle.
Bits.
It's a wiggle.
It's tasteful.
It's tasteful.
Ace is gonna take a step back a bit.
Zephyr's going to call from the other room. You get used to it very quickly.
Jace covers his eyes and just, oh!
Well, Despair, I don't mean to bother you. I won't waste your time. I just want you to know you don't have to come back, but I'm always there if you want to talk about what happened. And he just kind of nods and turns away.
And Zephyr,
leaves.
Despair nods back.
Zephyr calls one more time. And she's not naked 100% of the time. Sometimes she dries off with a towel.
Sometimes she what?
She dries off with a towel.
That's true. That's very true.
What a kind man.
What y'all gonna do now? What's the squad going?
Finishing my bath. Jace would walk back into the room and he'd be like, Ace, good fellow, would you like to join us? As he starts stripping.
God.
No questions about that.
Ace is gonna take another step back and say, no, I'm alright. I've already finished my bath. I think I've seen enough naked people for the day. If you need me, I will be at the guild.
Ah, we will see you there.
Alright then.
He strips down to his underwear and jumps in.
Ace is gonna walk away before he sees any more dicks or boobs.
Underwear.
Too much slong for one evening.
Zephyr's just sort of sitting on the edge of the pool, just soaking his feet while he's reading his book.
You guys are able to finish the rest of your bath quite uninterrupted, as it is pretty late at this point, maybe about 10.
Despair is just gonna finally finish her bath, and this time she's just gonna. She like wrings out her hair, but then she also shakes like a dog. Like shakes the water off.
Jace gets out and politely dries himself off.
Zephyr finishes up his bath and gets dressed and, still kind of grumbling, but a little bit more relaxed.
Might cut out. Maybe it was just me, but
Still grumbling, but he's a bit more relaxed.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just finishing up my bath, and I'll get ready to go with you guys.
Yeah, we'll head back to... I'm heading back to the inn to retire for the evening.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys go back to the inn, you see Persephone looking quite annoyed, just kind of tapping a pencil on her head as she's sitting there frustrated. Oh, hello, everybody.
What's wrong?
I'm fucking sick of running this inn and the Adventurers Guild together. This was supposed to be like a couple days, maybe a week, and fucking Yora is still nowhere to be seen. Sorry, I'm not trying to snap at you. It's not you. I'm just frustrated in general. But I assume you're retiring for the night.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want us to take a look for her?
Fuck it. If you can find where she is, then I'd appreciate it. But alas, I don't think you're going to be able to. She's a very close friend of mine, and I haven't seen her since she went off.
Where did she go?
Fuck if I know. She said she wasn't feeling well, and she had to go get some medicine, and just fucking give her some time until she feels better, and I haven't seen her since. It's a little bit frustrating. While I worry for her, she always does this. She takes long vacations. I know where the fuck she might be. She's out swimming by the sands with Horatio, whatever his name was. Fuck it, I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to burden you with my own problems. And she kind of opens the door out of the lobby and starts waving you over, leading you back to your rooms.
Well, if she doesn't arrive in the morning, perhaps we can go search for her.
It'd be much appreciated, but I don't know if I have much in the way of tips and hints, but I'll think about it and let you know.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Persephone. We got it. And I just kind of pat her on the shoulder.
She kind of smiles and blushes a little bit and just goes, well, thank you. Well, see you all in the morning.
Yes, have a good night.
You too. And she nods and kind of walks back to her desk.
Jace would go up to his room and retire for the evening.
Yeah, you all going to sleep, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Zephyr would head right up to his room, write for about an hour, and then go to sleep.
I'm assuming Ace is not a permanent resident of this city either.
I have no idea.
yeah.
I think he just arrived here.
Yeah, I would assume he's probably staying in the inn as well somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty uneventful night, and you're able to wake up in the morning unharmed and unbothered, and off to do whatever the hell. And full rest, obviously, refill your one hit point, despair, and everything.
I took 5, so I'll take that back.
Hey, it's good for me. I need my spells back. I had used both suggestions.
Oh, that's true.
But now they're back!
Fuck you!
It's so handy!
Jace would get ready and just head down and have breakfast in the inn.
Yeah, Zephyr's right behind him.
Yep, Despair would have breakfast with them.
The pickings at the inn are usually pretty slim. Usually just a variety of fruits, a couple bagels and things like that offered in the lobby every morning.
Sounds pretty good to me.
We took the fruits and bagels.
Yeah.
And she's gonna make sure no one's taking any meat.
There isn't any here.
Bagels.
Yeah, Jace just kind of looks around like, oh, no protein.
Is there owlbear with you?
You just said, is your owlbear with you?
Oh yeah.
Whoa! There's an owlbear in here?
Oh, yeah. Despair
It's
has
a
a
baby
baby
owlbear.
owlbear.
Oh, it's a baby, okay.
Full grown.
I'm like,
He's
whoa,
just
how much room does that take up?
Yeah, he's just chilling at the table with us. Squawk!
Is it fair to assume that you're downstairs in the inn, Ace?
Yeah, Ace will be downstairs in the inn, chewing on an apple with his Urix on his
Ace! Ace, hi! I just stand up and wave, awkwardly.
Ace pretends not to notice for a moment, but as it goes on, he's just like puts his hand up.
Come sit with us!
He sighs to himself and goes over to him. Yes?
Come.
I didn't realize you guys were staying here as well. He sits.
Of course, we're all members of the guild, too.
Are you?
Members is a loose term. We've taken jobs for them.
I see. What are you guys doing in town?
Anything and everything that can help the city.
The library is my main concern, but making some cash on the side doesn't hurt.
I see.
Jace kind of slides like a couple of the bowls and stuff in front of Despair to block the view from Ace.
Why do you put 2 melons in front of her melons?
Despair, can you hold these for a moment?
Despair just looks down at them, and I guess she does. She's like,
Thank you.
"Oh, okay."
I see they weren't kidding about you being like
Nudist.
this 100% of the time. He's kind of trying to make eye contact, but at the same time he's trying to look to the side to be polite.
You can touch him if you want.
No.
Jace just spits his drink out.
Zephyr is unfazed reading his book.
Ace is coughing on the apple he's eating.
Despair just shrugs at. Okay.
Zephyr leans over to Despair and whispers, "We really need to get you out of the mindset of where you come from."
She kind of like looks at Zephyr for a moment, like she tilts her head a bit. She's just like, "That isn't culture."
As you guys are talking, you kind of hear, or you don't hear it, but you notice everybody else who was staying in the inn and in the lobby start to filter out slowly as it becomes a kind of a rush of a bunch of people murmuring and exiting the building all at once. Not panicked, but excited almost.
Despair is gonna try to listen in what they're saying and try to figure out like what's going on.
Zephyr's nipping in a little early with the elvish wine out of his bottle.
That's him. It's him again, I heard. You can hear people kind of saying as they walk by.
The moment Zephyr hears that, he puts the drink down and starts walking over the crowd.
Jace will follow.
So Despair's gonna go upstairs, take her axe, and she's gonna...
Confused, Ace is gonna stand up and follow Jace, and he's gonna say to Jace, what's going on?
There's probably going to be some old man yelling some obscenities and in the public trying to incite a panic.
So are you guys gonna walk out, or what's your thing?
Zephyr mumbles to Ace, "The last time you did that, someone attacked the princess. We were working with her, and hearing her injured was not a pleasant concept." And pushes to the front.
What did they do this to gain?
We don't know.
As you guys exit, you see, indeed, the old man yet again, with the familiar green aura below his feet as he levitates about 5 feet off of the ground as he speaks.
What have each of you done on this day, or the day before, since you heard my words to improve your living situation, to improve this town, to improve the way that you allow yourself to be treated by the filth behind those walls? And you hear people nodding their head every time he says a word like filth or peasants, talking about the people behind the fucking big-ass wall.
Despair is waiting and waiting and waiting for the princess to be mentioned in a bad light.
Jace just pushes himself to the front of the crowd again and just crosses his arms and looks at the guy.
Each one of you... Oh, I see.
Also follow.
You two again.
Yes, you again.
Mark my words, but you're here for every one of them. Every speech I speak, you will be in the front row, I guarantee.
Yes. I prefer the front row at a comedy show.
Zephyr's hiding in the crowd.
A comedy show, is it?
Yes.
Is it funny to you that the people live their lives in torment? Is it funny to you that the people live their lives below the foot of someone weaker than them? Is it funny to you that these people starve? These people cannot feed their family? That's comedy to you. What's your name again?
I say, my name is Jace Thorne, and your viewpoints are not the comedic factor here. It is that your belief that your words of inciting panic are useful.
Panic? The people should be panicked. Would you panic if there was an iron fuck?
See? It is a comedy show.
Or at least we
the
try.
Iron glove of tyranny at your throat. Would you panic?
Zephyr.
Sir,
Okay.
can I just like ask about something?
While everybody is
Sure.
distracted, can Ace start pickpocketing people?
Welcome to the group.
It just seems like a great time.
Yep.
Not
okay,
not
go
wrong.
Fuck it, I
on.
guess so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not what
Do
I
have to-
expected, but sure.
Do I have to roll something?
Fuck yeah, you do.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
You're just gonna pickpocket
Guess
the
what? She
nearest
has.
person,
Guess what? She has expertise in.
Guess
Watch her roll a 1.
It's gonna be like the nearest person.
Oh, you gotta put it in the bot channel.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't. It works everywhere.
I got a 10.
You do have to go to the bot channel.
No, it worked
It
here.
did work actually.
Oh, it's
But
good.
but like in
For
general,
going-
I would want it to be in the bot channel, so it's like all there instead of like in different channels.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, should I roll again?
Well,
No, that's
That's
good.
okay. We'll go with your 10.
that's good.
10.
Critic.
Can
Sorry.
Despair doesn't help, but she's just like, sir, I have a question, and like it's gonna be like an indirect help,
Like you're
Well,
distracting the guy that she's pickpocketing.
Oh, so can I get advantage?
or no, not
Yes.
the guy that he is pickpocketing, but like she's just maybe like when she says sir, and like maybe the crowd just looks over to her.
Is that advantage?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll give it advantage. Why not?
There you go. Roll again.
Oh, take the first one.
That's worse.
Oh,
Our
no.
thief, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we're going with 10.
It actually does not work.
Oh god.
Shit. He's just gonna back away from the crowd. Watch from the back.
It doesn't alert anybody. However,
Okay.
yeah, it does not work.
That's good.
Oh, God.
I'll go with that.
Yep.
What's the last thing you guys heard in his speech? By the way, just me laughing at the steel, me stuttering over the
That's
steel thing?
when
or
that's
did I
when it
finish?
ended.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "When the steel hand of tyranny is at your neck, that's comedy to you, Mr. J. Stone." Oh wait, no, not the comedy part. It was the guy. I was on a roll and my net dropped. What did you say that?
Okay, but like anyway, she would interrupt him anyway, and she would like
Okay.
Despair would be like, sir, I have a question.
What is it?
Would you yourself morally accept the fact that one of these people who now follow you attempted to kill the princess? What do you think of that?
I told nobody to put harm on the princess.
However, you did inspire them to do something.
I inspire a lot.
Well,
I cannot
what do you-
claim credit for everything that happens due to my words.
but I will ask,
How-
how do you react to that? What did you think?
I expected it. People have been sitting here every single day taking torment from royalty. I expected that somebody would do something at some point. Did I know it would happen after my words? No. Did I want it to happen after my words? No. But am I surprised? I am not.
Jay steps forward and draws his halberd.
Oh shit! You guys are fucking.
Despair also
wild.
draws her axe.
Ooh.
Action, you say?
Zephyr walks forward without revealing himself and would like to cast suggestion and yell, "Yo, why don't you give us your full name?"
Oh no.
Please.
It's a 13 wisdom save. He'll probably succeed.
We'll see. Like I roll for it. I just like
You roll for it.
All right.
Roll wisdom.
Yeah,
Oh,
save.
Saving throw.
Okay, so it hits. But,
Oh my god.
So does it just work? Like he's got to
It
tell
just
you?
works.
I hate you so much.
I'm sorry, man! It's all I've got!
Charles Dorif!
Aha! I left it!
Did you even? Oh, you guys knew his name was Charles. I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it from the last session, yeah.
I forgot. I
Dorith.
disclosed that Dorif.
He
Yeah.
does not notice anything weird about him saying it, by the way.
It's a Dourif. Just by the way. Anyway,
You draw your weapons at me. Your anger is fixed at the wrong person.
Let's
You're
face
the
it, the
one that
correct person.
caused This.
I never
All
put
of
my
this.
hands on the princess. I never suggested anybody did themselves.
You
no
inspired
idea,
them, and
man.
you yourself said that you inspire a lot of people. You didn't even deny it. Now,
I inspire
step
much.
down, or else we are going to make you step down for you. And she's going to make an intimidation.
He doesn't. You don't even need it. He floats down to the ground. Why must I be on the ground again?
Because of
She
this.
said
Trip.
Oh my god. This is amazing. Where were you a few sessions ago, man? Good lord.
You're all crazy.
Can
I didn't start it.
Just trip him.
You're just attacking a 70-year-old man.
Do I have advantage on this?
No, away from what?
I don't know.
No, fuck no. I don't want you
20
to do it.
20
Oh my
total.
god!
20 total for the roll.
I hate my life.
So does that hit?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even. Yeah, that is.
So, hang on.
Oh god.
Roll 1d.
He's gonna die.
Plus 1d8 plus 3. It's non-lethal. He takes 13 damage and he just make me a strength saving throw.
Jesus, dude. You get shit done, I'll give you that.
What's the throw? The saving throw?
The strength saving throw. It's a DC 13.
Okay, so he doesn't beat that.
So he falls prone onto the ground.
Oh my god, we're assaulting
Okay.
people at random now.
As
I
you
didn't
strike
assault,
him,
I
he
just
falls
tripped
to the ground, and almost immediately you feel arms from the crowd reach out and grab you, and people start to kind of pull you away from him, and some people help pick the old man up.
Zephyr's slipping back into the crowd.
I would attempt to just shrug him off and be like, "You all support this madman."
Okay, roll me, I guess strength, because there's a lot of people grabbing.
I would assume athletics then.
That works.
Roll 1d20 plus.
Fuck off. God damn it.
So I just shrug him off, and I turn around and I look directly at them, but I kind of address the crowd too, and I'm like, "You all listen to this madman, where he preaches this hate speech."
You're the madman! You hear come from the back.
I did nothing but check this man's balance.
Violence
Wow.
against the princess. Do you support this violence? And she's going to intimidate them all.
I don't know if that's really an intimidation, man. It's more of a
Well,
persuasion.
I guess,
I guess.
yeah. Like, no.
I can do that.
Despair's just gonna say, like, no roll. She's just gonna say, do you support the violence against the princess, who doesn't even have a hand in any of this?
She has a hand in nothing! She sits there all day!
Yeah, and do you support the violence against her?
None of them said they support violence. They support change. They support
Let them
action.
speak.
This is not
Shut
what
your
they
mouth.
want.
Let them speak.
He kind of
Do you
coughs. A
support-
couple of them help him up.
Do you support the violence against the princess? Do you support this violence in general?
Nobody said we wanted to get her hurt. We just want change. We're just sick of the way we're treated. You hear a young boy say from the front.
Well then, make change, but in a way that's peaceful, in a way that we can all come together, in a way where we can convince the princess and the king and the queen instead of this.
These people are none but peaceful. None of them, including myself, have advocated violence except for that one person. Do not judge these people. Do not call them all out for the actions of one. They're not violent. How dare you say anything otherwise? And they kind of start to nod their heads and agree. These are the people that work for the crown. These are the kind of people that allow tyranny to continue.
Then why don't you just leave this place? Why don't you just leave and go somewhere else? Away from this king.
This is our home. We just want to make it our home again. And everyone starts kind of clapping. You hear like claps disperse throughout the crowd.
It is your home.
Yes.
Like,
There's a reason Zephyr was the talker for so long.
It's like, do you not? It's like Jace would literally say that. It's like, this is your home. Do you not see it? You live here every day, and yet you work. You, how would he say this? He would probably try a persuasion again, like he did last time, to kind of calm the crowd down. But he would say is like, change doesn't happen by overthrowing those above you. It comes from earning their respect, or from earning the respect of your neighbors. It's like, do what you can to help each other out, but don't strike upwards or outwards towards others.
Okay.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Persuasion.
23!
Damn.
This die roller loves me when I'm not in combat. or tripping.
None of us want to hurt them. We don't want to strike outwards. We just want change. And change is what I preach. Change is what I want. And change is what we will all bring. My people. Until next time. A couple people help him stand up and start lightly clapping as he kind of hobbles off, coughing, kind of exaggerating his injury.
I just shout over to everybody again. Respect is earned, not given. Earn it.
We will! Of course we'll earn it! I don't know why I'm using this little boy for everything
know,
that the
dude.
crowd says.
There's a lot of children here.
I guess so. And this one happens to sound like Ash Ketchum.
Oh god.
Teenage
Trip.
that haven't reached puberty.
Kaiba summoned the blue-eyed white dragon!
Yugi!
We're done. I think we're done. Let's move on. Sorry.
No, you're good. What you guys, as the crowd kind of disperses and goes back to their business, you guys are yet again left alone.
Ace is gonna walk up to Despair and ask, well, what was that all about? Like, why are you guys so against him? He seems like he just wants change.
He's more radical than most. And there I guess is a lot happening behind the scenes. The princess was attacked because they were inspired by his speech, and I feel like I have a feeling he doesn't even care.
Hey, Critty.
Yeah.
Just one quick thing. I slipped back into the crowd and I am now following Charles.
Oh, it's gonna be like that then.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. Is this a stealth?
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's a 15.
Alright, hold on. God damn it. Yeah, you're unnoticed.
Awesome.
Shit. Hold on.
So just gotta keep like a 60-foot distance.
Yeah, that works.
You know, acting casual, blending in.
You see him walking off towards the Adventurers Guild, and you notice he starts taking the path out of the town that you guys left when you went and fought the owlbear, off in that direction.
I don't stop walking, I keep following.
Let me see another one.
Sorry?
Let me see another stealth check.
Sure thing. That's a 21.
God damn it.
I am, like, blending in with the environment. It's almost like walking through a library for Zephyr. He's trying to be as silent as possible and attracts very little attention.
It is quite far away, the distance he is traveling.
I'm trying
maybe-
to get a general idea of the direction and the kind of terrain he's heading towards.
He's kind of off into the forest, and as you kind of start moving through the thick brush, you see that there's sort of a clearing that he has a... I can't even fully describe it. It's like a small hut, right, made out of like mud and sticks and whatnot, and then in front of it is almost like a shrine type thing.
I will stay for maybe one more minute and then head back.
As you say, he just kind of walks into the small hut.
Okay, good to know. And I head back as quickly as I can.
All right, fair enough.
After you guys.
Yeah, well, what's everybody else up to back in the town?
Ace is just trying to figure out what's going on.
Despair is trying to explain it the best as she can, but she's just like, she just basically said his speech has inspired violence. And
We believe that he has alternative motives to this. He's taking advantage of the poor people and attempting to turn turn them in the wrong direction.
I see.
I walked all the way out to the fucking forest, so this is gonna take me a while to get back. So you guys can continue.
Yeah, I would just.
Despair's gonna maybe like. She is a bit curious. Does she still see people dispersing?
The crowd is pretty much clear. There's maybe a couple people left over, but everyone's gone back to what they were doing.
This is out of character, but
Despair is-
didn't you guys have somebody else to find?
What's that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you guys had somebody else to find. I don't out of character, but you guys had.
Yeah.
Despair right now is kind of focused on the situation. She's kind of slightly dumb.
Wait,
So,
who though? Oh, Yora? Is that what you're talking about?
You're,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that was just a side thing. But yes,
Fair
that is a
enough.
possibility.
These guys just all seem to forget.
We also have to head to Orcish
Oh.
to get info on the meat pie.
Yeah.
See if Caristal knows anything.
yeah. So for Despair, she is going to walk to the meat pie shop to see if there's anyone who would recognize her from maybe some of the people were in the crowd.
I think anybody that has ever seen you would recognize you. You're the only person that doesn't wear clothing.
I mean, that's true, but think of it like this. She's going to try to specifically look at the people's reactions to her when she gets to the meat pie shop to see if they heard her speech and they were in the crowd for that man, Charles.
As you walk up, you notice the line is just as long as it was before. And it's made up of, many of the people seem to be the same that were in the line before, and you don't recognize any of them from being in the crowd.
And she kind of squints her eyes and she walks away, and she's now gonna go to the Alchemist Guild for a
Okay.
shot.
What's Jace and Ace doing? Ace and Jace.
Jace would kind of just look over to Ace and continue what they were discussing before, and just say is like I myself only arrived in town yesterday, but I was brought here under the wishes of my good friend Penelope to aid this kingdom as they are in a bit of trouble.
It's Persephone, you sick bastard.
Oh, Persephone, sorry.
Great friends.
What did I say?
Penelope.
Penelope?
Smooth one.
My apologies.
Dude, if you said that to her face, I would make that shit canon. You would have broke her goddamn heart, bro.
Aww.
Ooh, you were so lucky.
Persephone, got it. I even have it written down here, but I'm writing it down again.
Yeah, it runs Penelope.
Bold, underlined. Yeah, right now.
Spell it out.
Yeah, right.
Ace is just going to explain that. Yeah, I just arrived here as well. I just been sort of keeping to myself until I saw you guys making a mess of things at the bathhouse. So, I don't know what you guys are expecting to accomplish here, but I guess since I'm around, I can help you out.
Oh, that would be greatly appreciated. Yes, the bathhouse was perhaps not a great first impression of us, but I do assure you that we are in this to help those in need.
I would offer a counter argument that is the perfect introduction to how you guys are.
Half naked, fighting a bunch of fucking orcs.
Yeah,
We're also half naked.
Yeah, Jace was just making sure that that they weren't being taken advantage of. So
Zephyr didn't give a shit until you gave a shit.
See, I'm telling you, it's all accurate.
yeah, that's true, I guess.
As it is 10:09, we wrapping soon. Is everyone good with wrapping up soon?
It is 1 hour and 30 minutes of footage.
What's that?
Yeah.
It is. It's a short one today, but we do have enough for footage.
Yeah, we have plenty of action. I think we're all right.
Yeah.
Yes, even though I do want to continue, but
I mean, I'll leave that up to the DM and the other players.
Yeah,
fine
we
with
can
my-
go to like 10:30 if y'all want to. It doesn't bother
I'm
me.
good.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, that's fine.
Well, Jace will go back inside the inn and go talk to Persephone.
I heard you called me Penelope, you little bitch. She says. I'm just kidding.
Ace will follow just because he isn't really sure what else to do.
Yeah, as Ace follows me in, then I'll just turn and say, perhaps we should follow up on what Persephone asked us about yesterday. Then, if you would,
Wasn't there?
no, that's what I was saying. If you'd be so kind to join me,
Sure.
You guys are going to the guild?
yeah, to go see Persephone.
Okay.
Zephyr is also heading that direction.
The guild is pretty active. It seems like a lot of people are over at the desk, seemingly bargaining or talking to Persephone about something.
I would just listen.
Okay, as you walk up, you can hear them kind of arguing about the payout for the quest, as one of them is holding up the paper and shaking it in her face and talking about the low payout. I'm sorry, I really can't do anything about it. You know this better than I do. I don't set it, okay? And I can't do anything about it. And as you guys kind of walk up, she looks at you, and everybody kind of turns their head. Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, it's only two of you this time, right?
Yeah.
How are you, Jace?
I'm doing good.
Who's your new friend?
This is Ace. And I kind of just gesture to you if you want to.
No resemblance.
She reaches out her hand and, waiting for a handshake, just says, "It's nice to meet you."
Ace
She's blind.
takes her hand.
She shakes her hand and retracts it as people are kind of grumbling, and one of them puts the paper back up on the board and walks, and they all kind of go back to the tables, and a couple of them go back to their drinks. What are you guys here for?
What was all that about?
Oh, the usual. New quest gets posted, they don't like the payout for it, and I can't change it, unfortunately.
What's the quest? Maybe we'll handle it.
There was a camp of orcs, it seems, who had moved their little camp a little bit too close to our city that somebody posted yesterday. And everybody is kind of worried about it, and the payout is exceptionally low, I admit, but again, I can't control.
Jace just nudges Ace, like, do you think it's the same orcs?
I've no idea, but
We'll take it!
Well, okay.
It's like, whoa, okay, here we go.
Chows are piling up.
What is the payout?
She looks super embarrassed as she looks at the ground. It's 125 gold.
For the entire party?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ace will do it anyway.
Yeah, ample opportunity for us to teach those miscreants a lesson.
She kind of chuckles. Yes. But you seem awfully familiar with them, the way you call them miscreants. Have you...
We may or may not have ran into them in the bathhouse. Already kind of,
They made embarrassment of themselves.
Well then, maybe the reward is a little bit more accurate than we all thought then. No, it's not! You hear somebody say from the other side of the room.
You should have been at the bathhouse yesterday, as he kind of points two fingers at him and then just goes over and grabs the paper, the contract.
Maybe I should have.
Maybe you should, and I wink.
Oh my god.
Goddamn, dude.
Roll me gay flirtation.
Oh no, Jace means nothing actually by that, other than just trying to be as charming as possible.
Zephyr's gonna roll anyway.
You never know.
Okay, yeah, you can. She kind of hands you the paper for the quest and just gives you a nod. Well, it would be a great help to all of us if you could get it done with.
We will do our best.
Thank you.
Can Ace try to pickpocket the guys that were complaining?
Sure.
Sweet.
Go ahead. Let me see the roll.
Oh, nat 20.
There we
Yes!
go.
Nat 20.
There we go. There's the rogue stat.
There it is.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
a natural 20.
There is a table full of very large, muscular men taking sips and swigs of ale, kind of just laughing it up and talking to each other as you are able to effortlessly sneak by there and dig through one of their pockets. And let me go see what's... Give me a second here.
What's
it
got in its pockets?
Oh, it's packages! It's packages!
Got him.
Yeah, I do the voice.
I hate it when he does it too.
Yeah, it's her least favorite impression that I do.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Stupid fat habit!
Yes, I approve.
He does it too well and it creeps me out.
Shit, sorry. Give me a second here. I know I'm taking.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. We're having
Yeah.
fun with the Gollum voice. So
Yeah,
Go for it.
apparently.
you should have made a Gollum wizard.
I mean, I was thinking of doing a Goblin Wizard earlier, but I decided not.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You reach into his pocket, and you are able to acquire 32 gold, as
Oh,
well
shit.
as something that looked like a nice, shiny, gold-colored pocket watch.
Ooh,
Nice.
timekeeping.
Timekeeping. God damn, what a loot you got there. Shit.
Someone to keep track of the time for us. No keen mind needed.
I'm a time wizard. Jace would continue to have his face buried in the contract. Are there any images of the people or anything? Do they look familiar? Is there any descriptions, or is it just orc?
I'm sorry, I was reading something. What did you just say?
I was saying Jace would still have his face buried in the contract, which is why he didn't see the pickpocket happen. But would the contract have pictures or references or descriptions of these orcs, or does it just describe them as a pack of orcs?
On this particular one, there are no photos or any artwork depicting them. It just says orc nomads, and it notes that there has been a camp of orcs moving in the nearby forest, and it has moved suspiciously close. It notes that one of them is slightly larger than the rest, and they have discovered that his name is Morlach. And they notice that he moves along with two other smaller orcs, and those two are usually carrying two wolves on chains. And there are 6 other orcs in their camp.
Oh, all right.
At this point, would Zephyr walk through the door?
Yeah.
And I step up to the bar and I say, "I found out where he lives."
The orcs?
What? What orcs?
Yes.
The ones from
I
the
just showed you
bathhouse?
contract. Yes.
Why are you showing me this? No, the Charles gentleman,
Ah.
the meat pie shop partner.
Ah.
There's a lot of questions I want to ask him. I don't think he's going to tell us in the
Is he by
forum.
himself?
I mean, as far as I know, it's a small mud hut out in the forest with a shrine in front of it.
Perhaps this is more important, and we should pay him a visit first.
Where's Despair?
I don't know. I thought she was with you.
No, I slipped off.
Ah.
Didn't want him to get away before I followed him.
Despair is at the Alchemist Guild by the lake hands.
Have any of you heard from Arshad?
I have not.
I just wanted to finish up this line of questioning before we move on to the next thing. These orcs sound interesting, though.
Should we find Despair and head out then?
Yeah. Did you guys want to do the alchemy stuff first, Critty?
Yeah, I would appreciate
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to play Arshad's
I just figure
character.
Arshad's not here, so we may as well not have to deal with him after this.
Well, he's
just say, Critty, that the person, the elf, comes out and informs Despair of his findings.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on. So I'm gonna give you guys his research, but I'm not gonna be Arshad.
Please.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Arshad just left a note because he's passed out.
Yeah. So Karis Tall comes out in a bag in a form of a different form of itself. The meat pie is kind of deflated and destroyed inside of this seemingly airtight, air-sealed bag.
Like an evidence bag?
I think he's done about all the research he can on it. I've got he's done all the research on it that he can.
That's
and
fine.
he
Don't wake him.
told me to display a little, some of the findings that he's had, and some of them are quite great. He's asleep right now, although I assume if he was here, he'd be shitting his pants with excitement, I believe is how he put it. He said a lot of the energies and chemicals and magics, frankly, that revolve around this meat pie are very similar to those of the disease that was spread around the town by Vialis de Moore.
Despair's eyes widen, and she's just like, Give me the pie. Give me the pie.
He hands it back without even a second thought.
Carrot,
I'm sorry. I'm going. Goodbye. And she fucking books it. She books
Good
it.
to see you again. He kind of like
Good to see you.
says as you sprint off.
Yep. Okay. So Despair is looking at down the street, and she's like she's gonna first look into the Adventurers Guild, most likely, not metagaming.
Yeah, they're still there. So.
And Despair like slams open the door, and she's just like, Zephyr!
Yes?
Zephyr? I have so much to tell you.
Okay. That thing looks rotten. What is this?
The pie has the same energy
As what?
as Vialis.
Zephyr's eyes go rather wide and turns to the group and says, "We need to shut that shop down."
What is this?
What's happening?
This pie has the same evil energy as Vialis de Moore.
The town can fill you in on the details, but Vialis is a person we were dealing with not too long ago. He had this chemical he was giving to people. It's in an attempt to return the dead, but it affects people that are living and turns them violent and vicious.
And
those are in the pie?
And
I explain like the detail in which Vialis' shit has caused trouble, like murders and shit. Because I don't want to waste all our time repeating it.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
Well, that sounds troubling. We should let them know immediately.
Who? The people that make it, or the people of the
Royal
town?
Guards.
Here's-
The Royal Guards.
Here's
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need them to go and shut the shop down.
All right. Let's maybe
go
we
do
can
that.
make our way to the barracks and work on it from there.
Understood. Let's go.
All right.
So on the way, Jace would kind of just look at Zephyr and be like, "So let me get this straight then. So this man Vialis made a liquid." Like Jace's intelligence is an 8. So he's like, so he made this liquid, and he made people angry, and then this liquid is now in this food, and that's why people are angry.
Zephyr goes into his explanation, his explanation mode, and he says, "No, he chemically bonded some alchemical components to the blood of people that he interacted with. It was in an attempt to create some sort of necrotic energy to bring back the dead, but it only affects people and eventually causes them to murder and slaughter."
And this all came from the benefactor, who is the same man that I just tripped in the street.
We do know that he's connected to the meat pies, and that's not a pleasant thought.
No, but the old man would still be suspicious.
Well, Vialis is dead, and his compatriot is dead. So I don't know how this man got hold of this formula. Or we need to stop this.
Yes, we need to stop the shop for sure, and then we need to go speak to the old man.
That's for sure.
So you guys are headed to the barracks.
Yes, indeed.
Full of
Yep.
Crown's Guard. It is pretty much directly behind. It's directly behind the city hall area, and there's at least 4 guards on your way there as you pass by the city hall, and one of them just stops you and goes, "What are you doing here?"
We need to speak to the captain of the guard. We have a situation involving the meat pie shop.
It's always you guys in situations.
Well, they seem to run into
Troubles me a
us.
little bit. I guess it seems that way.
Give me a minute. And he kind of turns around and walks into the place. Ah, fuck it. He said you can come in.
I rush in.
He kind of opens the gate situation and he lets you in, and you see just a large expanse of tables and beds, and there's other such things. Some of the guards are sleeping, some of them are drinking, some of them are eating, just kind of hanging out in this whole like a barracks area, main area.
Ace is going to sort of stick to the wall and be very uncomfortable while being next to the Crown's guard.
One of them walks up and wearing a slightly altered version of their uniform, featuring more gold than theirs does. A couple scarves and things hanging from around his neck. What are you doing here?
We have a situation, and I usher Despair's meat pie forward.
Always you guys in situations, isn't it?
Goes over here with the meat pie, and she's just like, "This is important. Please, just listen to us."
I'm listening.
I know it may sound confusing, but whatever affected Vialis and the people that were controlled by him, the same energy is flowing from these pies, from the meat pie shop. You can confirm with Caristal at the Alchemers Guild. He knows more about this than we do, but we do know that whatever's coming out of that meat pie shop should not be fed to anyone. It's a matter of safety for the city.
I'll send people down there and confirm it. And if you're telling the truth, which I assume you are, I trust each and every one of you and what you've done for this city so far. We'll shut it down forthwith, but I don't understand exactly. We have Vialis' head and body right here in this very building. How could he possibly still be at large?
We think the alchemy formula may have been passed off to someone else, a dissenter in the lower quarter. We're looking into it as best we can, and if we have any information that could lead to any capture of the person that's behind this, we will send them straight to you.
Son of a bitch. The whole Vialis thing is the worst thing that's happened to this city in a long, long time. I can't fucking believe it's not over yet. Somehow I think I knew. It seemed too easy, almost.
If it's alright with you, we'd like to continue our independent investigation.
Absolutely. And me and the guard, you have our word that we'll be up to it too, but we won't impede you on your investigation or any of your work, as you've proved very well what you can do before.
And I shake his hand.
He shakes it back and just gives you a firm nod as he turns around, kind of shaking his head and putting his head in his hand, frustrated.
I turn back to the group. With that settled, perhaps we should confront the gentleman? I have a few questions I'd like to ask him. Perhaps we should head out and pose a few questions to this old man.
I agree.
You know where he is?
Yes, I know where he lives.
Go Sapphire. Okay, well, we should go then. And I guess that's where we're gonna end it because it's 10:30.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
what's that for leading them out of the barracks?
It was nice meeting you, as a kitty.
Yay!
Eat my dick, everybody. Goodbye. No,
Well, that was fast. Rush.
Thank you again for joining us, everybody, this week. We'll see you next time on Dungeons and Dismal Situations. Goodbye.
We're gonna run out of those eventually, you know. Bye. Bye.
I do have a colonoscopy, but I can let that happen during the session. You guys just have to know that there is something in my butt while I am DMing.
We just assumed as much.